Hello, Mike from Raintight Roofing. This is Joel from JND SEO, and I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can improve your website. And it will also help you to beat your competitors online. And I'm going to try to make this pretty quick. At the end of the video, if you have any questions or want to hear more info, we could just set up a quick 5-10 minute phone call. If not, I'm going to give you a bunch of tips and strategies in here that you could apply directly to your site. 3 things we'll talk about today are content, citations, and backlinks. So let's start with the content. As you can see, I'm on your home page, and I want to see about how many words of content you guys have on your site. And it looks like you probably have, I would say, under 300 words of content. Google actually recommends having about 1,500. The reason you want so much is that that's what Google wants. And if you have that much information out there, it's going to give a lot of information people looking on Google, which is going to help, of course, Google, because they want people looking for information, and they're going to rank your site higher as a result. Now, I'm also going to show you Delta Roofing, and they're one of the top ones in the area, and that's why I'm going to show them to you, because if you want to climb the rankings or at least move up, why not look at the company doing it the best right now in the area? So if we look at their page, we're going to find that they don't have 1,500 words of content either. They do have a blog, however, which works almost the same way. It offers a lot of tips, strategies, a lot of information out there, which Google really does like. They really do favor blogs, and they rank them pretty high also. The other reason it's important to have a lot of content, though, is the more content you have, the more keywords and keyword phrases you can put into that content. All right, so I've used Roofing Hilton Head SC for my example. It's got good volume on it. It's what new customers would search also. First thing they're going to find are these ads at the top of the page. It's just companies paying for ads. And after that, we're going to find the map pack, also called the GMB or Google My Business. And this brings us to our second topic. And these top 3 companies here are going to show up here based on citations. And that's just when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed into a directory site. These are sites like HomeAdvisor, Yelp, GAF.com, and Yellow Pages, just to name a few. There's many more. Better Business Bureau also. And these 3 companies that are on the top, they're going to get a lot of calls and results because they're much more visible than the rest of the companies that are behind this view all, because they're going to show up on the main search page. After the map section, we're going to get into the organic section. We're going to get 10 results showing up for every page. And, these show up based on Google's algorithm. We know it includes content, keywords, and backlinks, which we haven't talked about yet. So we can rank our keyword, Roofing Hilton Head SC. And number 1 is going to go to Delta Roofing here for the results. 2 is going to go to Yelp. 3 is going to go to Premier Roofing. So let's go ahead now and take a look at your website. So I took your site, raintight-roofing.com, plugged it into a program I use that I've actually spent money on called Aris. This allows me to kind of see how your site is currently performing. I see you've got your headers on the page here. That's what these words are up in bold. You got your business name as well as a few keywords, which is really good. This allows Google to find you a little bit easier. And then let's dive into our third topic, which is backlinks, referring domains. So you guys right now have 11 referring domains. These are websites that are pointing back at you with these links. And the links are the backlinks. So there's 48 links on the 11 sites. So you've got about 4 per website there. When people click on these backlinks, it's going to redirect them to your website. A perfect example would be if you have a Facebook business page. Your Facebook business page is going to be your referring domain. And the part where it has your web address and you put in raintightroofing.com, that would be a backlink now, because when someone clicks on that, it's going to bring them to your site. Now, the more websites pointing back at your site is going to raise your UR number here, which is Google's trust rating for you. And these sites are vouching for you by pointing at you, and the more you have, the higher this is going to go. Now, the DR is the power. This is really important too, and right now yours is still registering at a 0. And part of that might be because some of your links that you have, only 4 of them have any power to them of the 11. So having high quality links is going to help you a lot with that as well. Now, because of the trust, we can see that you have 10 keywords that are showing up in searches, and that's bringing you about 4 actual visitors to your website every month. Let's take a quick look at the keywords and see where your visitors are coming from. All right, so we got Raintight Roofing, which is just your name. People who search that know who you are. It's going to be referrals and potential people who saw some of your signs. You're number 4 for that. So you're getting about 4 visitors of the 90. Now, roofing contract, this is a good one for bringing in new customers. And 20 people search that keyword like that. You guys are number 20 for that one. That's going to put you at the bottom of page 2. So there's 10 results per page, as we talked about in our Google search. And if you were in position number 1, you could expect to capture about 20 to 37% of the total volume to your website. But it does go down as you move back. So number 4 is going to bring you almost 4 of 90. And being 20 is getting you 0.06 of the 20, because we found 80 to 85% of people will not go to page 2. So I can tell you right now that all of your visitors are coming from this top one, Raintight Roofing, right here. All right, so let's take a quick look over at Delta. We got their header up here. 87 referring domains pointing back at their site, with about 324 links connecting them back to their website. They've got a 32 trust, 14 power. Because that trust is up there a little bit, they've got 128 keywords they can be found for, and they got 32 visitors coming to their site per month right now. Let's take a look at their keywords. All right, so we've got Delta Roofing. 200 people search them by name. They're number 2, so they're going to catch 14 of the 200. Now, we also want to bring in those new customers, so here's a good one. Roofing Contractors Hilton Head, 20. They're number 10, so they're going to get 0.5 of a visitor. So most of Delta, you can see, has to do with their name, which tells us they're not bringing in a ton of new customers. And then they have Bluffton Roofing, 20, 17.3, because they're just ranked back too far on that one even as well, 17. So they're not going to be capturing really any of that 20. All right, and this one here, 10, that's 0.5. So really they're getting all their visitors from these top, I mean, we could say the top 7 or so, but really they're getting most from these top 4 or 5. So mostly having to do their name. So they actually, this just shows us that they're beatable, right? Because they're not even really capturing a lot of keywords that are bringing in new visitors. All right, so thank you guys for your time. Really appreciate it. Obviously, now that you have the info, if you guys are happy where you're at, you don't have to do anything with it. If you're looking to grow and expand, and maybe you have someone you already use on your site, you could show them the video, and if they do these services, they could help you out. Number 3, if you don't have anyone you use, but you really do want to grow in the area, I only touched on one small spot, obviously, but if you are a little bit more expanded and work in other areas as well, obviously, then you could have a lot more keywords there. All right, and we can just set up a quick 5-minute phone call if you guys want to hear more information. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.